Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? We had a bombshell of an announcement made today by Legend Story Studios. It is the one that's on the screen. I would consider this announcement to be the largest, biggest, most influential thing in Flesh and Blood since, I don't know, maybe the announcement that they might have a Netflix series. By the way, if you didn't know about that, there's a video up at the top that you can actually watch about the possibility of there being a Flesh and Blood Netflix series. But this, I would say, is probably the biggest announcement since then. And this came down early this morning. I was at work and I saw it and I was like, this is huge. This is like huger than huge because Flesh and Blood and Legend Story Studios is partnering with Dragon Shield. Yes, Arcane Tin Men, the makers of Dragon Shield, they are partnering together for what could be a variety of different products, but at the very least, some awesome, cool, brushed art sleeves, which we'll get to here in a moment, which is insane. That is absolutely incredible, and the reason why it's incredible is this. Well, I should say this first. First of all, I want to just make this well aware I am, yes, an affiliate with Dragon Shield. They don't pay me or anything like that. But they do send me some cards from time to time, some card sleeves, I should say, from time to time, and I make a video about them, telling them what I like, what I don't like. Like, for example, I'll just say this right now, these brushed art sleeves feel incredible to play with. These Water Tiger brushed art sleeves, for some reason, don't feel as good, and I don't know why, but they're still nice. I do prefer these ones over these ones. Nevertheless, they send me boxes of these wonderful products because straight up, I use a ton of Dragon Shield stuff. And, you know, chances are you do as well, because Dragon Shield is one of the largest card gaming accessory companies in the world. One of the largest. I mean, there's like Ultra Pro, there's Ultimate Guard to a certain degree. There's GameGenic. GameGenic produces a lot of the same sort of things. All of these companies produce on a just massive scale, and Arcane Tin Men, Dragon Shield, is one of them, and perhaps the largest, and Flesh and Blood partnering with them is mind-blowingly huge, and I'll tell you why for just a couple of reasons. But first, let's talk about what the announcement actually says. It says they're partnering with Arcane Tin Men, again, the world's biggest brand of gaming accessories, and I actually don't know if it is the biggest brand, but it speaks to probably being the biggest brand. There's probably some way to measure that. I don't know the metrics, but it's definitely one of the top. And they talk about the sleeves a little bit, but I'm going to skip over that too so that I can go to this portion. It says, we've joined forces to put the most iconic art of Flesh and Blood into the hands of fans and put the heroes of Wraith to work defending your deck. Now, there's two things that I want to point out in this. They say the most iconic art of Flesh and Blood. We'll talk about that in a moment. And they say the heroes of Wraith are going to be on the back. So, two things. One, there are going to be 4 heroes printed, and it says right here, 4 of the most iconic Flesh and Blood heroes will feature on the first wave of Dragon Shield card sleeves. Available worldwide from April 22nd, so about a month away, which is crazy. Going to be at your local game store, and that's even that's crazier. This is not like a one-off, we're gonna sell it on the website, and then people just that want this are just gonna buy that and then we're done. This is going to be distributed straight up. You can buy this at your local game store, and other people are gonna see it. They're gonna be like, why do those sleeves look so amazing? Oh, that's Flesh and Blood art. And not only that, this leads me back to this point. They're saying that these are iconic pieces of art, which tells me that these are going to be, and this is speculation, these are more likely going to be existing pieces of art that you already see, you already know, you already play with. For example, if these are just the arts of the heroes, so these are existing heroes. There's some speculation when this announcement went out. It's like, okay, did they get new art for these sleeves? And that is definitely a possibility. But the way that this is worded, I'm saying that this is probably just going to be iconic art we already know. So, and when they mention the 4 of the most iconic Flesh and Blood heroes, my thought is that they are going to do the 4 heroes from Welcome to Wraith. So you're getting Bravo, not Star of the Show, Showstopper. You're getting Katsu, Dorinthia, and Rhinar, which is awesome because this is perfectly lined up and in time a month before the release of the starter set between Dorinthia and Rhinar. So with all of that being said, here's why I think this is perhaps the most impactful news that Flesh and Blood has made since the possibility of there being a Netflix series, and it's really actually just spelled out right here. They talk about the high quality sleeves are an important part of play experience, and they're for more than a functional purpose. It's this purpose. They serve as a canvas of expression, reflecting the styles of a player and being the finishing touch that transforms a pile of cards into a deck. Okay, and this is the moment, and it's another step towards Flesh and Blood 2.0. A couple of months ago, maybe it was at the end of last year, I made a video where I said I really wanted Flesh and Blood and Legend Story Studios to embrace the IP of Flesh and Blood more so than just the card game. Because they have such a good IP. This game is so well built. The lore and the art, the characters, the heroes, they are all so well intermixed and so well thought out and so well articulated and illustrated that people naturally want to gravitate and then just use them, as this says, as a canvas of self-expression. If you are a Briar player, you love Briar, or I'll say it this way, if you're a Bravo Star of the Show player and you're sold out, you're like, I'm all Bravo Star of the Show, Starvo is for me, he's my hero, this is my thing. If that's you, I laugh because there's a lot of people that are like, no one cares, but maybe there are. And if you're a Starvo player like Maine, leave it down in the comment below. Say that you love Starvo. But if that's you and they print Starvo sleeves, you can now go pick up Starvo sleeves and rock them the way that you want. People want to show who they love, show what class they enjoy, show what hero they really gravitate towards in other ways than just playing the hero. They want sleeves, they want binders, they want shirts, they want shoes. I don't know. MetaZoo did that, I think, but I don't know exactly. They want these things so that they can show others what they're passionate about. And that is a good thing. Fundamentally, that's a good thing. If done correctly, Flesh and Blood, and in this video I said this, can harness that or give that to the players. They can say, okay, cool, here are all the heroes and the beautiful art that you care about, and here are some sleeves that you could use in your deck. Boom, done, easy. Okay, here's a binder with some fantastic Flesh and Blood artwork because we already have it, we purchased it, we own it. This is artwork you love. Put it on a t-shirt. Okay, now there's a way to do this wrong. There's definitely a way to abuse this, but there's also a way to use this both as self-expression and as a jumping in point for new players. Someone that's never played Flesh and Blood walks in looking for a pack of sleeves so that they can sleeve up their Pokemon deck, Magic the Gathering deck, probably Magic the Gathering. Heck, you could even want to sleeve up cards from a board game. I have a bunch of board games back here, by the way. I love board games, and there's oftentimes there's a game that I want to protect over time, so I'll buy card sleeves and put them in the sleeves, put the cards in the sleeves that I want to play. They see beautiful artwork on a sleeve. They go, ooh, I like that artwork, I'm gonna buy those. Not thinking necessarily anything of it, but eventually they have the, just the thought. Like, and again, Dragon Shield does this, which I think is very interesting. They put a blurb text thing on the back. They show the artwork, they show what the sleeve looks like. Someone picking this up in the store or purchasing it because they just like the art has the opportunity to look on the back and read about Flesh and Blood in this case. Read about the hero that's on it. Read about what they did, why, and then they realize, oh wait, this is a card game that you can play. Oh, maybe I should check that out. This is not only an opportunity for you and I to pick up sleeves of a hero that we really love. You really love Prism, you want to play with Prism sleeves, boom. It's also an opportunity for a new player to fall in love with the game aesthetically. That is why I fundamentally believe that this is probably the largest announcement that they have made since the possibility of a Netflix series. And it's the exact same reason for Netflix that I argue for this, is that you're taking the IP, which is fantastic, and you are converting it in a way that people can consume, come into the hobby in a new light, that have never been into it, come into the community, and if you already are in the community, you can enjoy it in that way. It is a fantastic, fantastic product. And they also mentioned that, I think that they said that these are going to be brushed art sleeves. Let's see if, yeah, Dragon Shield art sleeves are printed directly onto the sleeve and won't peel. And art sleeves are these. I don't think there are other versions of art sleeves that are not brushed. I think that's all they do now. Don't quote me on that, though. I could be straight up wrong, but this is probably the quality that they will do. And of course, Dragon Shield, I love them because they are fantastically durable overall, and they play really well and they shuffle really well overall. So I am very pumped about this. As you can probably tell, I am incredibly pumped about this announcement. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic for anyone that likes to play with beautiful sleeves, anyone that runs into that thing. And this is something that I run into with Dragon Shield as well. It's like, I like the quality of the sleeve, but I like the feel of a thing, but maybe I don't like the art on this one as much. I just got to find something I do like the art of so I can get that feel. Well, Flesh and Blood has really good art. I was talking to a person today, and I just suggested, you know what would be really cool is they take the art of like all of the channels, like Channel Mount Heroic, and just slap that on a card. I would love that. I think the Channel Mount Heroic art is probably some of the most beautiful art in the game. I think that is like the best landscape that is in this game. So I'm also curious, what is your favorite art in the game? What would you want to see printed on the sleeve, on a Dragon Shield art mat sleeve? What would you go for? A brushed art sleeve? Would you pick like any art? Are you thinking just heroes? Let me know in a comment below which you'd prefer. I'm totally floored. I think it's going to be fantastic, and I can't wait to see what they come up with as far as art that goes on the sleeve. I don't think this is going to be a one-time thing. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic for the game and for Dragon Shield. I think it'll be successful. So let me know what you think in a comment below. If you want to hit the number, like that number right there, if you want to make it go from one to the other, you can just press a button and it magically does that. It's pretty amazing. As always, everybody, thanks for watching.